Today we'll discuss the next topic of chapter solutions, abnormal molecular masses and Ventov factor. So I'll start with the meaning of abnormal molecular masses. Just see what is the meaning of this. In our last topic, that is colligative properties. Remember colligative properties. With the help of colligative properties, the molecular mass of solute, or you can say any substance, is calculated. Remember one thing. What is the main application of colligative property? That we can calculate the molecular mass of any substance. If this molecular mass comes out to be different, बेटा अगर ये different आया किससे? From normal molecular mass of substance, then this is said to be abnormal molecular mass. I'll repeat the definition again, just see out. If the molecular mass of solute or any substance is calculated by using the colligative property, and if this comes out to be different from the normal, this is said to be abnormal molecular mass. Just see the example here. Just see, in case of magnesium oxide, if I calculate its molecular mass using colligative property, I can use any colligative property, maybe RLVP, maybe delta TB, whatsoever, delta TF for osmotic pressure, that doesn't make any difference. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता बेटा उससे. तो if I have calculated the molecular mass of this compound using any of the colligative property, the mass comes 20 gram, but its normal molecular mass is 40 gram. So this mass is now different from the normal value. So this is said to be the abnormal molecular mass, AMM, and this 40 is the normal molecular mass. I am having one more example for that. Just see acetic acid, CH3COOH. All of you know about this compound. If I calculate the molecular mass of this compound using colligative property, this comes out to be 120 gram. But in actual practice, beta इसका जो mass है, that is 60 gram. So again, this comes out to be different from the normal value. So 120 gram is said to be the abnormal molecular mass, whereas 60 is said to be the normal molecular mass. So by these two examples, this is clear that sometimes we calculate the molecular mass of substance by using colligative property, and if this comes out to be different, this is said to be the abnormal molecular mass. Now the next one is we have to study what is the cause of abnormal molecular mass. Just see out. Cause of abnormal molecular mass. So beta, there are two main causes. You can say, I'll divide this into two parts. Just I'll rub out this one. This we'll discuss later on. There are two main causes. First is dissociation, means your substance dissociates, and the second one is association. It means your substance associates. Just see this with the help of some examples. देखते हैं. But before I start the example, I want to tell you one thing, that the colligative property, be remember, beta, this is directly proportional to number of particles of solute. NB, you remember, we have done a lot of times that NB is number of moles of solute, or you can say number of particles of solute. And since NB can also be written as, इसको लिख सकते हैं बेटा, we can write WB upon NB. So यहाँ से बिल्कुल clear है that colligative property is inversely proportional to molecular mass, or beta directly proportional to number of particles of solute. This concept you have to keep in mind, then we can understand the topic. चलिए just see out the example. Dissociation. This occurs in case of ionic compound. For example, if I will take beta magnesium oxide. So magnesium oxide is an ionic compound. In the solution, this will dissociate into Mg2 positive and O2 negative ion. All of you know. So what happens now beta? Just see out. इन द स्टार्टिंग आई एम हैविंग ओनली वन पार्टिकल, मेरे पास एक ही पार्टिकल था MgO का, एंड इन द सॉल्यूशन आई एम हैविंग टू पार्टिकल्स. सो व्हाट हैपेंड, द नंबर ऑफ particle becomes 2 times, or you can say double. If the number of particle doubles, then according to this factor the colligative property value ये भी बेटा डबल हो जाएगी, we can say 2 times. And if the colligative property value become 2 times, your molecular mass becomes half because it is inversely proportional. और हमने कैलकुलेट भी किया था दैट द मॉलिक्यूलर मास ऑफ MgO कैलकुलेटेड बाय यूजिंग कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी इज 20 ग्राम, वेयर एज इट्स नॉर्मल मास इज 40 ग्राम. सो बेटा देखिए जस्ट 20 इज हाफ ऑफ 40. सो दिस इज क्लियर दैट वी हैव डन इन केस ऑफ आयनिक कंपाउंड. ठीक है, इसमें एक चीज और ध्यान रखनी है. सपोज विल टेक एनी अदर कंपाउंड, आई रब दिस सेकेंड एग्जांपल वी विल टेक. Suppose I will take beta AlCl3, aluminium chloride. In solution, it gives me Al3 positive ion plus 3 Cl negative ion. Clear? एक Al positive ion, Al3 positive ion beta और 3 Cl negative ion. So just see what happens. Starting में मेरे पास एक पार्टिकल था. Now 3 plus 1 4 particles. So what happened? Number of particles become 4 times. So see, colligative property also become 4 times, and molecular mass comes out to be 1/4 of its normal value. So ये आपको ध्यान रखना है कि जितने आपको आयंस मिलेंगे उतने टाइम्स आपकी प्रॉपर्टी बढ़ेगी और उतना रेसिप्रोकेट 1 टाइम्स आपका मॉलिक्यूलर मास आएगा. दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. चलिए नाउ विल शिफ्ट टू द सेकंड, एसोसिएशन. बेटा एसोसिएशन does not occur in ionic compound. First thing you have to remember. Secondly, it occurs only in few of the compounds. Remember, only few of the compounds having covalent bond. ध्यान रखिए इस चीज को. Which type of bonds? Covalent bonds. But remember, the compounds having covalent bond सभी केसेस में ये नहीं होता, but ये होता सिर्फ किसमें है? Compound having covalent bond. This thing you have to remember. So I take the example acetic acid. We have discussed. Okay, in case of non-aqueous solvent, or you can say non-polar solvent, 2 molecules of acetic acid, they will associate, इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे. Okay, so what happens now? Beta left hand side I am having 1 particle, 2 particles. Right hand side 1 particle. What happens? The number of particles becomes half, 1/2. So what happens? Your colligative property value, this will also be half. Now the molecular mass will be, since molecular mass बेटा यहाँ से देखिए this is inversely proportional to colligative property, so the colligative property is half, then the molecular mass will be doubled, or you can say 2 times. We have done the example for acetic acid. The molar mass that we had calculated is 120, but beta इसका normal molecular mass 60. So just see out, the abnormal molecular mass is just 2 times of its normal molecular mass. So think that you have to remember that there are 2 main causes of abnormal molecular mass. One is dissociation, second one is association. One more thing I want to tell you कि बेटा जो एसिटिक एसिड है अगर आप इसे नॉन पोलर सॉल्वेंट में लेंगे then it undergoes association, otherwise this is a weak acid, it undergoes dissociation. Be clear. If this will taken in water, this will dissociate. If you will take any other solvent or any non-polar solvent, then it only associates. This thing you have to keep in mind. Now beta, next what we will do, since we know that what is abnormal molecular mass, what is the cause of abnormal molecular mass, now we will shift that how can we correct this abnormal molecular mass, कैसे इसको दोबारा से हम normal molecular mass में convert कर सकते हैं. So the next article is conversion of abnormal molecular mass ABM into normal molecular mass. So बेटा in the starting of the lecture you remember मैंने दो टॉपिक्स आपको बताए थे today that we will discuss. One is abnormal molecular mass, second is Van 't Hoff factor. So from here the Van 't Hoff factor came into existence. Beta, with the help of this factor we can convert the abnormal molecular mass into normal molecular mass, or you can say कि ये जो factor है this was discovered only just to convert abnormal molecular mass into normal molecular mass. So just see how can we correct. Again I will discuss this in case of two. Number one is dissociation we will discuss, and secondly we will discuss in case of association. Just listen carefully, ध्यान से समझना है. Okay, just see out now. I'll take the example of MgO. In MgO beta the abnormal molecular mass AMM 20 gram, all of you remember अभी यही आया था, and its normal molecular mass is 40 gram. So how will I convert 20 into 40? कैसे convert करें बताइए? How can I convert 20 into 40? So what will I do? I simply multiply it with 2. So 20 multiplied 2, that will be 40. So this 2 is your Van 't Hoff factor whose symbol is I. Means by this mathematical factor 2, I can convert the abnormal molecular mass into the normal molecular mass. कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. अब क्योंकि ये I की वैल्यू 2 आई, अभी यहीं पर हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि ये वैल्यू I कैसे. Just see out. I is, we know that for MgO your Van 't Hoff factor is 2. कैसे है बेटा? Just see, देखिए. If I divide its normal molecular mass 40 by the abnormal molecular mass, तो बेटा वैल्यू क्या आ गई? 2. Okay, so what I have done, I have simply divided normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. तो यहाँ से हमारी Van 't Hoff factor की पहली डेफिनेशन में मिलती है that Van 't Hoff factor is a factor or simply a ratio between the normal molecular mass and abnormal molecular mass. Understand now? चलिए, now we'll shift to association. We have discussed the example of acetic acid. Just see out. The molecular mass of acetic acid that is said to be the abnormal, ये बेटा आया था हमारा 120 gram, and we know that its normal molecular mass is 60 gram. So बेटा how can I convert? कैसे convert कर सकते हैं? हमें सिर्फ क्या करना है? We have to multiply by 1 by 2. Okay, if I multiply 120 into 1 by 2, this comes out to be 60. So this 1 by 2 here is a Van 't Hoff factor. So जैसे यहाँ पे हमने डेफिनेशन को चेक किया था, on the same way यहाँ डेफिनेशन चेक करते हैं. I is equal to, according to definition, it is the ratio of normal molecular mass to the abnormal molecular mass. So the normal molecular mass is 60, whereas abnormal is 120. The value of comes out 1 by 2. This is clear. So what we have done beta, we have simply converted the abnormal molecular mass into normal molecular mass. और एक चीज और हमें यहाँ बहुत अच्छी पता चली है that Van 't Hoff factor is the ratio of normal molecular mass to the abnormal molecular mass. So एक थोड़ा सा introduction हमने किया regarding Van 't Hoff factor. Now we'll study in detail about Van 't Hoff factor. Just see now. Van 't Hoff factor. Beta, as far as introductory part is concerned, it is a factor which is used to convert abnormal molecular mass into normal molecular mass. Okay, now we'll shift to the definitions. The first definition of Van 't Hoff factor is that this is the ratio of normal molecular mass to that of abnormal molecular mass. Clear? Okay. Now one more thing that you have to remember, the normal term is said to be the experimental and abnormal is said to be the observational. बी रिमेंबर एक्सपेरिमेंटल मीन्स जो हमारे पास एक्सपेरिमेंट्स के थ्रू पहले से स्टोर्ड वैल्यू है. सो आई कैन आल्सो राइट इट एज molecular mass experimental upon molecular mass AB abnormal. This we can also write it. ठीक है. So there are so many words that we will use for normal and abnormal, but the main thing जो हम use करेंगे that is abnormal and normal. इस चीज को ध्यान रखिएगा. Now next we know that बेटा जो colligative property है it is inversely proportional to molecular mass. So if I will use colligative property in terms of molecular mass, तो रेशियो आपकी रिवर्स हो जाएगी. रिवर्स इन द सेंस बेटा यहाँ पे अपर साइड में नॉर्मल है एंड द लोअर साइड एबनॉर्मल, बट व्हेन आई विल यूज कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी द एबनॉर्मल कम्स ऑन द अपर साइड और जो नॉर्मल है इट कम्स ऑन द लोअर साइड. सो वेंट ऑफ फैक्टर अगेन इट इज द रेशियो ऑफ व्हाट विल आई राइट कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी एबनॉर्मल टू द कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी नॉर्मल. Okay. Similarly, we know that we are having colligative property just like RLVP. So I can write RLVP abnormal, RLVP normal, delta TB abnormal, delta TB normal, delta TF abnormal beta, delta TF normal, and in the last osmotic pressure abnormal and osmotic pressure normal. ओके. सो नॉर्मल के लिए वी आर हैविंग वन मोर टर्म दैट इज एक्सपेरिमेंटल. तो हम यहाँ पर नॉर्मल की जगह क्या लिख सकते हैं एक्सपेरिमेंटल, एंड बी रिमेंबर एबनॉर्मल की जगह हम क्या लिख सकते हैं ऑब्जर्वेशनल. सो मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ वेंट ऑफ फैक्टर. बी रिमेंबर जो चीज मैंने यहाँ बताई फिर से मैं लिख रहा हूँ नॉर्मल मीन्स एक्सपेरिमेंटल एंड एबनॉर्मल मीन्स observational. So there are some other books that they will use observation words, so doesn't make any difference. ठीक है. But overall again I will say the main thing is Van't Hoff factor is the ratio of normal molecular mass to the abnormal molecular mass. ठीक है. चलिए now we will shift to the calculation of Van't Hoff factor. How can we calculate, that is calculation of Van't Hoff factor. Again this is a very important topic. How can we calculate the Van't Hoff factor? अब तक थोड़ा हमने इंट्रोडक्टरी किया, अब इसको एग्जैक्ट करते हैं. So for this we will divide this topic into two parts. First we will explain in case of dissociation. Second beta we will explain in case of association. ठीक है. Because normally we have done that the abnormal molecular mass, ये basically two reasons की वजह से था. First dissociation, second association. तो हमें इसको अप्लाई भी कहाँ पे करना पड़ेगा for the two cases dissociation and association. First we will learn the formula. Here I comes out to be 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. Remember 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. And in case of association this is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. सबसे पहले you have to learn the formula, then we'll proceed. In case of dissociation 1 minus alpha plus n alpha, whereas in case of association it will be 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है, here n alpha, here alpha by n. So be particular, ध्यान रखना इस चीज का. अब देखिए इसमें n क्या चीज है. n is number of ions formed. For example, if I will take KCl, तो बेटा ये मेरे को देगा 2 ions. So the value of n is 2. How many ions? 2 ions. The value of n is 2. Now alpha. Alpha is degree of dissociation. What is the meaning of degree of dissociation? Or it is sometimes also said to be the degree of ionization. Just see out. In this case बेटा आपका जो कंपाउंड है ये डिसोसिएट हुआ है आयंस के अंदर. तो how much it is dissociated means how much percentage of compound, percentage we remember, how much percentage of compound or how much percentage of KCl is converted into K positive and Cl negative ion that is said to be the degree of dissociation. You can say it is the percentage of formation of ions. For example, if I will say, अगर मैं कहता हूँ कि 20% dissociated, बेटा what does it mean? It means जो आपका अल्फा आएगा that is 20/100 on dividing 0.2. Understand? And one more thing that you have to remember, if alpha is not given, in many of the cases alpha given नहीं होता, then we will take alpha is equal to 1. ऐसा क्यों? हम assume करेंगे that this is the case of 100% ionization, then I will write alpha equals to 100/100 comes out to be 1. तो ये थिंग आपको याद रखनी है. अब बिफोर आई गो टू द फर्दर दैट इज एसोसिएशन, जस्ट एक बार इसको रिकॉल करते हैं. इन केस ऑफ डिसोसिएशन द फॉर्मूला इज I equals to 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. n यहाँ पे बेटा नंबर ऑफ आयंस फॉर्म्ड है. alpha is the degree of dissociation, means percentage of formation of ion, how many ions are formed. And alpha I calculate just like 20%, then it will be 20/100. And the main thing, if the value of alpha is not given, then the value you have to take 1, because हम assume करेंगे that it is 100% ionized. चलिए, now we'll shift to the next one, association. First of all, I'll start with the formula. It is 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. Now see, n is number of molecules associated, means कितने मॉलिक्यूल आपके इकट्ठा हुए, एसोसिएट हुए. फॉर दिस जस्ट सी द एग्जांपल, इफ 2 molecules of A associates, then the value of n is 2. Suppose 3 molecules associate A3, then the value of n is 3. And if I will say 4 molecules associate, then beta A4 and the value of n is 4. तो ये क्लियर हुआ आपको अच्छी तरह से. 2 molecule associate होंगे, it will be 2. 3 molecules associate, it will be 3. और बेटा अगर 4 molecules associate होंगे, then it will be taken as 4. Now listen, इसके लिए हमारे पास एक टर्म और है. We can also use the term. अगर आपके 2 molecules associate हो रहे, remember how many molecules are associating? 2 molecules, then the word is dimer. If 3 molecules are associating beta, then the word is trimer. 4 molecules are associating, then the word is tetramer. तो यहीं से आपको समझना है, you have to understand that if the word dimer is given, it means the value of n is 2. Clear? चलिए, now we'll shift to alpha. Beta, in dissociation, alpha is degree of dissociation. So in association, your alpha is degree of association. Again the same meaning. Here it is percentage of formation of ions, here it is percentage of molecules associated, means कितने परसेंट मॉलिक्यूल आपके एसोसिएट हुए हैं. सपोज मैं कहता हूं आई विल से कि 10% मॉलिक्यूल्स एसोसिएट हो गए. व्हाट आई विल से, रिमेंबर 10% मॉलिक्यूल्स आर एसोसिएटेड, then beta alpha comes out to be 10/100, that is 0.1. and again the thing जो दोनों में कॉमन है, यहाँ पर भी मैंने डिस्कस किया था कि अगर आपका अल्फा गिवन नहीं है, if alpha is not given, then हमने अल्फा को 1 लिया था, we have taken it as 1. सेम यहाँ पर भी करेंगे. if alpha is not given, तो बेटा क्या करेंगे, अल्फा को क्या लोगे आप, 1 लेके चलोगे. सेम वहां बेटा 100% आयनाइजेशन था, यहाँ पे 100% क्या हो जाएगा, एसोसिएशन. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द फॉर्मूला ऑफ वेंट ऑफ फैक्टर, हाउ कैन वी कैलकुलेट और हाउ कैन वी अप्लाई इन केस ऑफ डिसोसिएशन एंड एसोसिएशन. ये 2 फॉर्मूले आपको बहुत अच्छी तरह लर्न करने हैं. अब जो नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल है दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, दैट इज बेटा ये जो वेंट ऑफ फैक्टर है, इट वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू कन्वर्ट abnormal molecular mass into normal molecular mass. Okay, और वो जो abnormal molecular mass था that we have calculated by using colligative property. So this factor can also convert abnormal colligative property into normal colligative property. So what will I do here? I'll just incorporate the Van't Hoff factor in the colligative properties. उसमें इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे सो दैट आवर एबनॉर्मल मॉलिक्यूलर मास gets converted into normal molecular mass automatically. There is no issue, कोई ध्यान देने की जरूरत नहीं है। फिर कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी से ही जो मास आएगा वो ऑटोमेटिकली क्या आएगा आपका नॉर्मल। सो हाउ कैन आई इनकॉर्पोरेट, जस्ट सी आउट। इसके लिए फर्स्ट वी हैव टू राइट द फॉर्मूलाज ऑफ ऑल द कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी। सो आई स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी P naught A minus PS upon P naught A, beta this is equal to, you remember, XB. Then we have done P naught A minus PS upon P naught A equals to NB upon NA plus NB. After it we have done P naught A minus PS beta upon P naught A. डाइल्यूट सॉल्यूशन में बेटा हमने NB को नेग्लेक्ट किया था डिनोमिनेटर में, if you remember. Then NB upon NA. And in the last, P naught A minus PS upon P naught A equals to WB upon MB into MA upon WA. ये बेटा सारा डेटा फर्स्ट कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी का था। नाउ द सेकंड कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी, डेल्टा TB equals to KB into M. Delta TB is equal to KB into NB upon WA. Delta TB is equal to KB into WB upon MB into 1000 upon WA. Second colligative property clear? अब बेटा थर्ड colligative property, delta TF is equal to KF into M. Delta TF is equal to KF into NB upon WA. Delta TF is equal to KF into WB upon MB 1000 upon WA. Okay, and the last colligative property, that is beta osmotic pressure. The formula is, I'll remove this word so that I'll get the space. Pi is equal to CRT, then pi is equal to NB upon VRT, then beta pi is equal to WB upon MB RT upon V. ये सारे फॉर्मूले थे आपके। अब हमें I को इंट्रोड्यूस करना है और इनकॉर्पोरेट करना है, तो एक सिंपल सा हिंट मैं लिखूंगा, आई राइट ऑन द बोर्ड, कि ये जो आपका I फैक्टर है, दिस इज इंट्रोड्यूस टुवर्ड द राइट हैंड साइड। जस्ट लाइक राइट हैंड साइड हमारा मेन हाथ होता है ना, इट्स अ मेन हैंड, सो यहाँ पर भी इट इज incorporated toward right hand side of these formulas. So this will be beta here, what will I do, IXB, देखिए I every formula on the right hand side, this one and this one up here, and in the last B, remember I, we are having two formulas, again I write 1 minus alpha plus n alpha in case of dissociation and 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n beta in case of association. Okay, so this is all about the incorporation of a Ventov factor in the colligative property. Now before we start the numericals, just see what is the significance of Ventov factor. Significance of Ventov factor. So it has the significance that we can determine the nature of solute. सॉल्यूट की नेचर को डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं और आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कैसे, जस्ट सी आउट। फर्स्ट बेटा, इफ द वैल्यू ऑफ I is 1, then your solute or substance is a normal solute. Normal solute means no dissociation and no association. ना तो बेटा उसका डिसोसिएशन होगा ना ही उसका एसोसिएशन होगा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल यूरिया NH2 CuNH2, when I make the solution of this urea, solution may be it's still present in the form of NH2 CuNH2. So there is no change. One particle before the formation of solution, one particle after the formation of solution. So this is clear. If n is equal to 1, it will be considered as a normal solute. Second, if the value of I comes out to be more than 1 से ज़्यादा आती है, then the solute undergo dissociation, just like NaCl, giving us Na positive and Cl negative ion, or MgO gives Mg2 positive plus beta O2 negative ion. So in these type of examples, the value of I comes out to be more than 1. Okay, and the third one is if the value of I is less than 1 beta, less than 1, then this is the case of association, means the solute associates, just like we have done acetic acid, CH3COOH, 2 molecules, they form dimer. Okay, so this is all about the significance. The main significance is nature of solute, and you can say we are having only one significance. If I is equal to 1, normal solute, more than 1, the solute undergo dissociation, or we will say dissociating solute. This I will say associating solute, और बेटा इन दोनों को collectively we can say abnormal solutes. So this is about the significance of Van't Hoff factor. Now I will shift to the, that is numerical part of this, numericals of Van't Hoff factor. So just see question number 1. Calculate Van't Hoff factor. The first example I will give it to you. Acetic acid 20% dimerized. How much dimerized? 20%. अब देखिए बड़ा ध्यान से. Dimerized means it undergo association, and since it formed the dimer, तो बेटा 2 molecules associate हुए. Value of n is 2, and 20%. Alpha is 20%, means 20 upon 100. The value comes out to be 0.2. Now remember, in case of association, the formula is 1 minus alpha beta plus alpha by n. Just simply value put कीजिए. Alpha is 0.2, so 1 minus 0.2 plus again alpha is 0.2 divided by n is 2. Okay, so this will be 0.8 plus if I will divide, then this comes out to be 0.1 and the value is 0.9. फर्स्ट एग्जांपल इसके. और एक चीज और देखिए, एसोसिएशन में द वैल्यू कम्स आउट टू बी लेस देन 1. ओके, सो ये भी आप खुद भी ध्यान रख सकते हो दैट इन द न्यूमेरिकल्स अगर आपकी आई की वैल्यू मैच नहीं कर रही है, देन इट मींस देयर मस्ट बी सम मिस्टेक. चलो विल डू द सेकंड पार्ट. सेकंड आई गिव यू K4 FeCN6. इसका कैलकुलेट करना है. No heat is given, nothing is given. We don't know whether this is a covalent compound, whatsoever it is. But since metal is given, this is pure metal. और बेटा metal rarest of the rares में covalent compound बनाते हैं. तो it means this is your, the behavior of this compound is like ionic compound. Now the question arises कि ये ionize कैसे होगा? So just see उसके लिए थोड़ा help करते हैं. पोटेशियम बिलोंग्स टू ग्रुप 1 और ग्रुप 1 पे जो वैलेंसी होती है बेटा वो +1 होती है. देन द 4 पॉजिटिव पोटेशियम पॉजिटिव आयंस विल हैव द चार्ज +4. सो व्हाट विल आई गेट? 4K पॉजिटिव. नाउ दिस स्क्वायर पार्ट विल हैव द चार्ज -4 क्योंकि +4 को न्यूट्रलाइज कौन करेगा? -4. सो यू विल गेट FeCN6 -4. सो टोटल आयंस देखिए कितने बने? 4K पॉजिटिव बेटा और 1A. n कितना आ गया? n कम्स आउट टू बी 5. अब एक चीज और देखिए क्वेश्चन में, क्या अल्फा गिवन है? आई डोंट थिंक कहीं पर भी आपको डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन गिवन है. सो व्हाट विल टेक? अल्फा इक्वल टू 1. नाउ द फॉर्मूला इज I equals to 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. Just put the values. 1 minus alpha is 1 plus n is 5. 5 into 1, this comes out to be 5. Now remember, this is the case of dissociation, तो आपकी जो value है, this again comes out to be more than 1. So this is the first question that is basically deals with the calculation of Van 't Hoff factor. Okay, and we have calculated by using two formulas for dissociation and association. Now we'll shift to question number 2 now. Just see out. Now we'll do in the that is statement problems. So just I'll write the statement on the board. You till time just read the statement and note down the data that is given in the numericals. How many grams of KCl should be added to 1 kg of water to lower its freezing point to -8 degrees Celsius. Kf is beta 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole for water. Now just come to the solution part. How many grams of KCl means बेटा आपको solute का mass calculate करना है first thing. What I have to calculate? Mass of solute. Now molar mass of solute MB KCl. The molar mass of potassium we know 39, chlorine 35.5. This comes out to be 74.5 gram. This clear? और डेटा क्या गिवन है बेटा? 1 kg of water means the mass of solvent is 1 kg, or you can say 1000 gram. Now he says that it lower the freezing point. Freezing point कम कर दिया. This way decrease the freezing point to कहाँ तक decrease किया? -8 डिग्री सेल्सियस तक. We know water का freezing point कितना होता है? 0. और solution का कितना गया? -8. तो जो डेल्टा TF आपका आया बेटा कितना डिफरेंस है? 8 डिग्री सेल्सियस. डेल्टा TF is 8 degree Celsius. Kf is already given. Okay, so we have to use the qualitative property that is delta TF because something data is given to freezing point. Now before I start the numerical, just see that your solute is KCl. Is it a normal solute? Normal तो नहीं है. क्यों नॉर्मल नहीं है? बिकॉज ये एक आयनिक कंपाउंड है और आयनिक कंपाउंड बेटा कन्वर्ट होगा किसमें? आयंस में. तो n का वैल्यू कितना आया? 2. क्वेश्चन में कहीं मेंशन है डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन, दैट हाउ मच इट डिसोसिएट्स? नहीं मेंशन है, नॉट मेंशन. सो व्हाट विल आई डू? आई विल टेक सिंपल अल्फा इक्वल्स टू 1. सो फर्स्ट आई विल कैलकुलेट I इज इक्वल टू 1 माइनस अल्फा प्लस n अल्फा. दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ Van 't Hoff फैक्टर. ओके, अगर हम Van 't Hoff फैक्टर इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं करते तो जो भी डेटा हम कैलकुलेट करते दैट कम्स आउट टू बी रॉन्ग. सो दिस इज द वे हाउ कैन आई इनकॉर्पोरेट द Van 't Hoff फैक्टर. सो 1 माइनस अल्फा इज 1 प्लस 2 into 1. सो आई कितना आ गया बेटा आपका? 2. चलिए नाउ विल पुट द फॉर्मूला. डेल्टा TF इज इक्वल टू KF into WB upon MB into 1000 upon WA. बेटा डेल्टा TF 8 डिग्री, KF is your 1.86, WB कैलकुलेट करना है. we have to calculate molar mass 74.5 into 1000. सॉल्वेंट बेटा 1 kg means 1000 ग्राम. कैंसिल कर दीजिए, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करना है तो दिस कम्स आउट टू बी WB 8 into 74.5 upon 1.86. On solving this comes out to be what it comes out to be 1. now beta just listen one thing. this comes out to be, इसको एक बार हम x मान के चलते हैं. थोड़ा सा डिस्कस मैंने आपसे और करना है बिफोर आई कंप्लीट द न्यूमेरिकल. अब एक चीज आप देखिए, हमने ये आई फैक्टर क्यों यूज किया है ताकि हम इसमें वैल्यू को इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सकें. अब अगर मैं आई फैक्टर यूज नहीं करता तो मेरी जो वैल्यू आई वो x आई. देन व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ दिस कॉन्सेप्ट? हमें अब यहाँ पे आई को इनकॉर्पोरेट करना पड़ेगा. इनकॉर्पोरेटेड. सो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ आई, देखेंगे ध्यान से. 2 into 1.86. ओके, सो व्हाट इट कम्स आउट टू बी 1.86 into 2. क्या वैल्यू अभी x आएगी, ध्यान करना है. अब वैल्यू x नहीं आएगी, मींस अगर मैं i को इनकॉर्पोरेट नहीं करता, दैट इज आवर मेन वेंट ऑफ फैक्टर, देन आवर mass of solute again comes out to be different. So this is the concept of Van 't Hoff factor. Now this comes out to be 160.2 ग्राम. तो ये बेटा बिल्कुल आपको ध्यान रखना है. मैंने क्या किया, पहले आई को यूज नहीं किया so that मैं आपको बता सकूं कि डिफरेंस कहाँ है. But you remember whenever ionic compound is there, or your compound undergo association, तो फॉर्मूले में आई यूज करना है. ठीक है ना. सपोज इसकी जगह KCl की जगह ग्लूकोज होता, दैट इज अ नॉर्मल सॉल्यूट, तो हम आई को यूज नहीं करते. दिस इज द मेन पॉइंट ऑफ दिस कॉन्सेप्ट. अंडरस्टैंड. चलिए, सो आंसर कितना है बेटा, 160.2 ग्राम. ओके, नाउ विल शिफ्ट टू द क्वेश्चन नंबर, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. Now what is question number 3? Just see, at 25 degrees Celsius, 3 gram solute A dissolved in 100 ml aqueous solution gave an osmotic pressure of 2.5 atmosphere. What is the नेचर ऑफ सॉल्यूट? बेटा क्या फाइंड आउट करना है, नेचर ऑफ सॉल्यूट. इफ इट्स नॉर्मल मॉलिक्यूलर मास इज 246. सो जस्ट आई स्टार्ट द सॉल्यूशन हियर. बेटा आई हैव टू कैलकुलेट नेचर ऑफ सॉल्यूट. नेचर ऑफ सॉल्यूट मींस मुझको ये बताना है कि वेदर दिस अंडरगो डिसोसिएशन, एसोसिएशन और कुछ भी नहीं करेगा. मींस आई वांट टू से दैट इट इज अ नॉर्मल सॉल्यूट और एबनॉर्मल. सो फॉर दैट आई हैव टू कैलकुलेट. ठीक है बेटा. और सिंस ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर इज देयर, तो विच प्रॉपर्टी आई हैव टू यूज, पाई. ध्यान रखना इस चीज को, विच प्रॉपर्टी आई हैव टू यूज, पाई. नाउ बाकी डाटा तो गिवन है. दिस इज टेम्परेचर, वी कैन कन्वर्ट इनटू केल्विन. 273, दिस कम्स आउट टू बी 298 केल्विन. बेटा 3 ग्राम ये आपके सॉल्यूट का मास है. सॉल्यूशन का वॉल्यूम 100 ml, इसको यहीं पर 1000 से डिवाइड करेंगे, 0.1 liter. And if you remember, value of R, osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is given in atmosphere, so value of R is 0.0821 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. Understand? Chale, now we'll put the all values in the formula, and we have to write the formula of osmotic pressure, जिसमें क्या आएगा, mass of solute indicate होना चाहिए. मोल्स वाला नहीं लिखना, उसमें एक स्टेप और इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. So what will I write? Pi is equal to I into WB upon MB RT upon V. Understand? I आ गया. और ध्यान कीजिए, अगर ये आपका एक नॉर्मल सॉल्यूट नहीं होता, ये तो सर क्वेश्चन में ही इन्होंने पूछा आई निकालना है, अदरवाइज अगर हम नॉर्मल सॉल्यूट में डील कर रहे होते तो आई हमें इनकॉर्पोरेट करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. बट सिंस इन दिस क्वेश्चन वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द नेचर, तो आई इनकॉर्पोरेट करना पड़ेगा. द ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर इज 2.5 I. What is WB? 3 ग्राम. बेटा मोलर मास, नॉर्मल मोलर मास 246. वैल्यू ऑफ R is 0.0821. टेम्परेचर बेटा जस्ट सी 298 and the volume is 0.1 liters. Now from here I comes out to be 2.5 into 246 into 0.1, and this comes out to be the lower side, 3 into 0.0821 into 298. So after solving I get I is equal to 0.83. Now देखिए, this value is less than 1, so your solute undergo association. Okay, this value comes out to be less than 1, तो आपका solute क्या है, association में डील कर, or it is now said to be the abnormal solute. Okay, suppose this comes out to be more than 1, then I'll say that the solute undergo dissociation. Okay, so this is question number 3. Now we will shift to question number 4. Question number 4 now. A solution containing 0.5 gram of KCl in 100 gram water freezes at minus 0.24 degree Celsius. Calculate percentage आयोनाइजेशन. क्या कैलकुलेट करना है बेटा? परसेंटेज आयोनाइजेशन. Kf for water is 1.86 Kelvin per mole. So just before I start the numerical, we have to calculate percentage ionization. So what is percentage ionization? Simply alpha into 100 means degree of dissociation multiplied by 100, so that this comes out to be 100. तो means बेटा हमें calculate क्या करना पड़ेगा? Alpha, and alpha comes out from I. So step number 1, first I will calculate I. Step number 2, I will calculate alpha, and step number 3, that is percentage ionization. So I'll start with step number 1. Now since which property is indicated? Freezes at means we are dealing in depression in freezing point. Formula लिखिए. Delta TF is equal to I into KF WB upon MB into 1000 upon WA. अब बेटा कुछ चीजें डायरेक्टली कैलकुलेट करते हैं. एक्वा सोल्यूशन है तो वाटर का जो फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट है 0 डिग्री और सोल्यूशन फ्रीज हो रहा है -0.248. बी क्लियर? वाटर 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस और सॉल्यूशन आपका फ्रीज हो रहा है -0.24 डिग्री सेल्सियस. सो जो गैप है डेल्टा टी एफ डिप्रेशन एंड फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट, दिस विल बी ऑफ 0.24 डिग्री सेल्सियस. आई कैलकुलेट करना है. केएफ 1.86, डब्ल्यूबी कितना गिवन है बेटा? 0.5 into 1000 अपॉन मोलर मास. अभी हमने कैलकुलेट किया था इन द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन, दैट इज 74.5 and mass of solvent is 100. Okay, so I again cross multiply कीजिए. 0.24 into 74.5 into 100 upon बेटा 1.86 into 0.5 into 1000. जब आप इसको कंप्लीट सॉल्व करोगे you will get I is 1.92. ठीक है, सॉल्यूशन you have to do yourself, just simply cutting and division whatsoever it is. आई आ गया बेटा. आफ्टर आई क्या कैलकुलेट करना है? अल्फा. सो सिंस KCl अंडरगो आयोनाइजेशन, K पॉजिटिव प्लस Cl नेगेटिव एंड I इज 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. So बेटा we know I is 1.2 and how many ions is given by KCl? KCl will give me 2 ions. So the value of n is 2. पुट करते हैं. ऑन पुटिंग 1.92 इक्वल्स टू बेटा 1 माइनस अल्फा प्लस एन का वैल्यू 2 अल्फा. 2 में से 1 सब्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा, दिस विल बी अल्फा, और ये 1 यहाँ पे जाके अगेन सब्ट्रैक्ट होगा. 1.92 minus 1, your alpha is 0.92. Step number 2 completed. Now what is step number 3? Percentage ionization. This is equal to alpha into 100. So what will I do? 0. Beta this is 92, be clear. 0.92 into 100, that is 92% of your KCl is ionized. Understand? So this is again one of the important numerical regarding the Ventov factor. But ध्यान क्या रखना है? In this case we have used depression in freezing point. Examiner may also use relative lowering. It may also use elevation in boiling point. It may also use osmotic pressure, but the concept remains the same. Understand? चलिए. Now the next. The question number 5 जो भी हम डिस्कस करेंगे, this is basically a question which is you can say a bridge between the 11th and 12th. एक छोटा concept 11th का आएगा, clear? And basically we are dealing in 12th class, so that you have to remember. What will I write? 0.6 6 ml of acetic acid having density 1.06 gram per ml dissolved in 1 liter of water. The depression in freezing point observed 0.0205 degrees Celsius. Calculate Van 't Hoff factor, dissociation constant capital K, new term I write. Dissociation constant and K for water is given 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole. So two main things I have to find out, that is I and K. So I we can find out using delta K, that is not a big issue. But what is dissociation constant? Beta, in the ionic equilibrium chapter in class 11th, when we have done the ionization of weak acid and base, here we have done that K is equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Remember the formula? Here K is dissociation constant. Alpha normally हम calculate करेंगे अभी. But what is C? C is the concentration, and concentration means molarity. So first I will calculate the molarity. What is the formula? Mass upon molar mass into 1000 upon volume of solution. So mass given नहीं है solute का, but volume or density given है. So you remember that density is equal to mass by volume. तो बेटा mass क्या हो जाएगा? Density into volume. So in place of mass I simply put 0.6 into 1.06 into 1000. The molecular mass of acetic acid we know 60 and volume is 1 liter, convert into ml. Okay, so on solving 1000 से 1000 cut out होगा, this comes out to be 0.0106 mole per liter. Okay, so in the short I will write here what is C. C is 0.0106 mole per liter. ध्यान रखना इस चीज को. Okay, so अब what I have to do? First बेटा मैं I calculate करूँगा, then I calculate alpha और यहाँ पर हमें उसे put करना है. So I start with I using delta TF. Delta TF is equal to I into KF into WB upon MB into 1000 upon WA. So delta TF is directly given 0.0205. I beta we have to calculate. KF is given 1.86. WB की जगह again what we will do? Density into volume. So 0.6 multiplied by 1.06 into 1000 divided by molar mass of acetic acid is 60 and mass of solvent 1 liter water means 1 kilogram water और water की density 1 होती है, that is why हमने equal किया है. So this will comes out to be 1000 gram water. Cut कर दीजिए, I comes out to be. Again same you have to do cross multiply. So this will be 0.0205 multiply 60 upon 1.86 into 0.6 into 1.06. This comes out to be 1.041. Understand? क्या है बेटा? 1.041. So step 1 complete. We have calculated the Van 't Hoff factor. Now we have to calculate alpha. So I'll make some space. यहाँ space बना रहा हूँ थोड़ा, so that we will easily solve out the remaining part. Now to calculate the alpha. Now listen, acetic acid in water means your acetic acid CH3COOH. Now it is aqueous. Okay, so in aqueous condition it will give us CH3CO negative aqueous plus H positive aqueous. So be remember when we have done the Van 't Hoff factor, we have taken the acetic acid in the case of association. But remember वहाँ पे solvent water नहीं था और वहीं पर I have told you that if the water is solvent, acetic acid undergoes dissociation. Okay. So what is the value of N? 2, since 2 ions are given एंड आई इज बेटा 1.041. सो अल्फा कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? रिमेंबर द फॉर्मूला, आई इज इक्वल टू 1 माइनस अल्फा प्लस एन अल्फा. आई का वैल्यू पुट करो बेटा 1.041 इक्वल टू 1 माइनस अल्फा प्लस एन 2 है 2 अल्फा. 2 alpha minus alpha, what is left? Alpha. And this one comes on this side, 1.041 minus 1 comes out to be 0.041. Second step complete, alpha. Now what is the third step? Dissociation constant. What is the formula? C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. So I will do this step here. K is equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. C beta we have calculated 0.0106 into alpha is 0.041 square upon beta 1 minus 0.041. On complete solving this I will get Ka is 1.86 into 10 raised to the power minus 5. Dissociation constant. मैं इसमें थोड़ा करेक्ट कराऊंगा जो क्वेश्चन में नहीं था. ये जो एसिड डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट है बेसिकली एसिड में डील कर रहा है, तो प्रॉपर्ली हम इसको Ka से डिनोट करेंगे. न्यूमेरिकल में क्या रखा? बोथ आर द सेम थिंग्स, क्योंकि एसिड में है तो वी कैन आल्सो से डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट ऑफ एसिड. सिमिलरली आई कैन राइट Ka and A, doesn't make any difference. Okay, so this is all about regarding the numerical part of Ventov factor that we have done, and we have done a variety of numericals. Now we'll shift to the next part of Ventov factor, that is, or you can say the last part of colligative properties, relative colligative properties. Relative colligative properties. What does it mean? It simply means कि suppose I'll give you two substances or three, और मैं आपसे पूछूं कि which has more freezing point, which has less freezing point, these type of questions. Or I can simply say arrange in the order of freezing point, arrange in the order of osmotic pressure, all these things. So for this you have to remember one thing, बड़े ध्यान से करना है. Your colligative property depends on two things. Number one, Ventov factor. First is Ventov factor. If Ventov factor is not the deciding factor, then inversely proportional to molar mass of solute. Okay, ध्यान रखना. बट एक और चलिए मैं इसमें एक चीज और इंक्लूड कर देता हूं, तो फिर इसका लेवल बिल्कुल रेज हो जाएगा. आफ्टर इट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू नंबर ऑफ मोल्स, एंड सिंस नंबर ऑफ मोल्स इक्वल टू WB अपॉन MB, तो इन द लास्ट MB मोलर मास. तो कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी नंबर वन डिपेंड करेगी वेंटॉफ फैक्टर पे, उससे डिसाइड नहीं कर पाते, देन नंबर ऑफ मोल्स, उससे भी डिसाइड नहीं कर पाते हैं, देन मॉलिक्यूलर मास. बी रिमेंबर मॉलिक्यूलर मास इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल, ये ध्यान रखना है. अब आपकी कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टीज जो है वो सारी की सारी क्या होंगी? डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल. RL VP आई राइट इन दिस वे, RL VP कॉमा डेल्टा TB कॉमा डेल्टा TF एंड ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर. सुनिए ध्यान से. RL VP means relative lowering of vapor pressure, means vapor pressure lowers, so vapor pressure of solution is inversely proportional to this. Then delta TB, boiling point is raised, so boiling point of solution is directly proportional. Delta TF, freezing point is lower, so TF, freezing point of solution is again inversely proportional. तो करना क्या है? क्वेश्चन आएगा यहां से, दिस इज योर क्वेश्चन and these are your deciding factors कि किससे हमें डिसाइड करना है. Just see how we will do one question now. I'll give you three substances. 0.1 molar NaCl. Second, 0.1 molar glucose C6H12O6. Molecular mass 180 gram per mole. Here molecular mass. Sodium is 23, chlorine is 35.5, 5 and 3, 8, 3 and 2, 5, that is 58.5 gram per mole. And one more I'll give you, 0.1 mole urea. The formula of urea is beta NH2 CuNH2. Its molecular mass is 60 gram per mole. What we have to do? We have to simply arranged in the increasing order of RLVP, delta TB, delta TF, osmotic pressure, boiling point of solution, vapor pressure of solution, and freezing point. First, this one. Second, which has maximum boiling point of solution and which has minimum osmotic pressure. Two questions we will do. But before I start, you have to arrange them in the order of colligative property. बीच में है, पहले उससे शुरू करना है. तो colligative property सबसे पहले किस पे डिपेंड करती है? Ventov factor. NaCl Ventov factor I1 minus alpha plus n alpha. बेटा alpha given नहीं है तो वैल्यू क्या लोगे? 1. And since it give me 2 ions, so the value of n is 2. 2 into 1, I comes out to be 2. Here it is a normal solute. I is 1. This is a normal solute. I is 1. हमें कैसे पता चला normal solute है? How we came to know? First of all, we know this is not an ionic compound. This is not an ionic compound. Secondly, no hint is given that this undergo association. Association के लिए hint जरूरी है, except acetic acid in non-aqueous condition, that you have to remember. चलिए. So I'll rub out. I की value हमारी आ चुकी है. This is I equals to 2. So the maximum colligative property is of NaCl. Now these two will have the same I value. तो बेटा I के बाद deciding factor क्या होता है? Number of moles. But if I will see 0.1 molar means 0.1 mole glucose. 0.1 molar urea means 0.1 mole. So the number of moles comes out to be same. तो बेटा number of moles भी deciding factor नहीं है. Third is inversely proportional to molecular mass. ये हो सकता है. The molecular mass of glucose is 180 और बेटा यूरिया 60. तो ज्यादा किसका है? Glucose. So this comes out to be at the lower value, that is glucose, then यूरिया और बेटा लास्ट में NaCl. अब ये किस चीज का ऑर्डर है? दिस इज द ऑर्डर ऑफ कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी. मींस दिस इज द सेम ऑर्डर of RLVP being directly proportional, delta TB, delta TF, pi and TS, because directly proportional. Now, if I will say write the order of vapor pressure of solution or freezing point, क्योंकि बेटा ये inversely proportional है, order is reversed. NaCl, then urea, then glucose. Clear? Now next, maximum boiling point. See. Boiling point is directly proportional to colligative property. तो सबसे ज्यादा colligative property किसकी है? NaCl. So NaCl will have maximum TS, maximum boiling point. Now minimum osmotic pressure. Again osmotic pressure is directly proportional to colligative property. So minimum colligative property किसकी है बेटा? Glucose की. So what will I write? Glucose will have minimum osmotic pressure. So this way to solve this type of questions, be clear. So in the last of colligative property, this we have completed our all colligative properties with Ventov factor. One main point, that is reverse osmosis. This is one of the greatest application of colligative property and basically osmotic pressure. As the definition include, the osmosis is reversed. And we are having the RO plants in our home. So how this works, just we have to understand. In the osmosis we have done beta. I have taken a container divided by SPM, semi-permeable membrane. On the right hand side solvent means pure water. On the left hand side solute plus solvent. And here osmotic pressure is pi. So during osmosis what happens? The solvent molecules move from this direction to this direction. Movement of solvent, that is said to be the osmosis. If I define again, it is a movement of solvent from solvent to solution and maintain a pressure, that is said to be the osmotic pressure. But if I applied a pressure that is greater than osmotic pressure, ओके, यहाँ पर जो प्रेशर मैंने अप्लाई किया वो इस ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर से ज्यादा होगा, देन व्हाट हैपेंस, दिस प्रेशर इज डायरेक्टली ऑन द कंप्लीट सॉल्यूशन। अब इस सॉल्यूशन में से यहाँ पर सॉल्यूट नहीं आ सकता, रिमेंबर, बिकॉज सॉल्यूट डज नॉट हैव द एबिलिटी टू पास थ्रू सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन, तो दिस सॉल्वेंट अगेन मूव्स फ्रॉम दिस डायरेक्शन टू दिस डायरेक्शन, बट सिंस दिस इज द रिवर्स ऑफ ऑस्मोसिस, दिस इज RO, the movement of solvent from solution to solvent when the applied pressure is greater than osmotic pressure. So what is reverse osmosis? It is the movement of solvent from solution to solvent through semi-permeable membrane when applied pressure pi dash is greater than osmotic pressure. Okay, so this will have one of the greatest applications, that is desalination of seawater. Means sea water में से बेटा हमें क्या रिमूव करना है, we have to remove salts, and in sea water the salt will act as solute, and sea water has solute as a salt plus water as a solvent. So again I have used this particular RO plant. Just see out, I just about to explain this. This is again the same condition, semi permeable membrane. This side we have taken sea water, means solvent plus solute, and your solute are salts. This side we are having pure water. This is the setup for pressure. Now applied pressure is greater than osmotic pressure. Start कहाँ से किया? We have applied a pressure greater than osmotic pressure. So solvent moves from this side to this side. The complete solvent, complete water यहाँ से यहाँ पर आएगा, and what is left? Salt is left, and this water can be collected through tap, will collect pure water. This is said to be the desalination of seawater. Again says semi-permeable membrane, left hand side seawater, right hand side pure water. Pressure apply कीजिए greater than osmotic pressure. What happens? Solvent moves from seawater towards pure water. Salts are remain behind, and I'll get the pure water. So student, this is all about the complete topic of colligative properties. All 4 properties we have done, and one of the greatest application of that is colligative property is RO plant that we use normally in our house, वो भी हमने discuss किया. So this is all about colligative properties. That's all.